Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Speak Much. I am Tony Thomas, the host of the show. In each episode, we will be talking to people who are making some changes to our society. Today, we have Zach from the Mintable.app. Hello Zach, welcome to our show.
Hi, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'm great, man. How are you?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Zach, actually, I would like to know how you came across blockchain, cryptography, and all those things.
Yeah, so I found Bitcoin back in like 2012, 2013. Just like everyone else, when you just discovered Bitcoin and crypto, I didn't really know what it was back then. But I bought some of it and I traded it a little bit. And over the years, I just kind of kept following it along. And then in about 2015, 2016, I got real heavy into Ethereum. I started, making smart contracts on Ethereum and becoming like a smart contract developer. Worked with some people, and then it's all kind of downhill from there, right? So I just got stuck into Ethereum and smart contracts, and I made Mintable in 2018, and then we've been working for like the last year on this new version that's coming out now here in 2020. So
that means that you were actually back from 2013. You were mining some bitcoins on your ASIC miner, or I think.
Yeah, I did have a CPU miner, and my brother one day sent me I gave him my old computer, my little brother, and he sent me a photo one day of a folder that said CPU miner, and because I was looking for the contents of that folder, obviously. So I ran, I told him, I was like, just stay right there, I'll be right there. And I ran over to the house. And I searched the computer, and yeah.
Awesome. Can you say that what exactly is an NFT?
Yeah. So an NFT, it stands for non-fungible token. It's a type of token on the blockchain, and it's a non-fungible token. But what that means is that it doesn't have a flat value, connected to it. It doesn't have a conversion rate where you can go to the store and say, hey, I have this one item, it's worth exactly $5 or whatever the current market price is, right? So you can't take a non-fungible item and buy something from the grocery store with it, right? Because it's non-fungible. So it's like a baseball card in the sense of you can't go and buy something with a baseball card. You have to give them cash because cash is a fungible item. So fungibility also means that the method of how you handle and are able to divide that object, right? I can divide a dollar, in half and have 50 cents and 50 cents, but you can't do that with an NFT. So NFT is a digital item, and it represents all sorts of different things, from artwork to game items to maybe a house, like a deed for a house. It could be in insurance claims. So I think the most popular thing we see right now is artwork and game items. So you'll see a game item, which is like like a sword for a game, and you own that in your wallet, and then you connect your wallet to the game, and it says, oh, you have this sword, so we'll put that sword in your inventory, right, for the game. That way you own the actual asset that you're playing the game with, right? So if you have a really rare sword and it's worth a lot of money, you own that and you control that. And so that's what an NFT is in a nutshell.
And what does it have to do with blockchain technology, or why should a blockchain be there for this NFT kind of thing?
Well, so blockchain, it's the core aspect behind the NFT in and of itself is the fact that if I wanted to trade my sword from the game to you, and we're across the world, and we didn't have blockchain technology, we would have to rely on a centralized server. So like the game itself, right? Which is what we do now. So like if I want to go and buy a skin for Fortnite, I'm buying it from Fortnite servers, right?
Okay.
And so there's no decentralization there, and there's the ability for them to say, hey, you know what, we don't like you, so we're going to ban you and you lose all your skins, right? So with blockchain, you can't really do that. You can't remove it from anyone. So you own it and it's actually yours. So it's kind of a tangible digital item where you can verify that you're the owner. You can verify the contents of what it is. And then you can, take part of all the beautiful blockchain benefits and say like, transfer it to someone across the world like instantly, or post it for sale, and anyone has the ability to purchase that item. So blockchain is a really key aspect to it. When you have something like the cryptography behind the accounts and the wallet systems that we use in blockchain, it makes it where you have these different use cases that you could build on top of that cryptography. And one of those is tokens, right? Like we're used to ERC20s, but with the NFT token, a non-fungible token, you have the ability to make it more than just a currency or a means of value. Instead, it could be an item with utility or a commodity in that sense. So I think blockchain's an important aspect that makes it possible.
Okay, from what I understand, I can suppose I have a cool piece of art. I can put it in the blockchain and mint an NFT token for that, and then I can show to the other people that I have this token. And how?
Correct.
Yeah, and
Go on.
how could I will be leveraging from this technology if someone else can also put the same thing on the internet and yeah.
Well, so because we have the blockchain aspect of it, everything is unique, right? So if I wanted to say that I was you and I made a copy of that, and I go, look, I have this item, right? And I'm trying to pretend that I'm you, you can easily verify that our addresses are different, right? And therefore, I'm not you. And it's the same for when you make that item. If you're a famous painter and you put up some artwork as an NFT and you mint that item, you'll have a special address for your contract. And that address is unique. No one else will ever have that address. So if you're well known and you put that on your website and say, this is my contract address, then it doesn't matter if someone goes and makes a copy of it, because they know that that's not the real, that's not the real item, it's a fake. It's just like if I go and take a picture of the Mona Lisa, I can't sell that for $1 million,
Yeah.
right? Because people know that it's not the real Mona Lisa.
Okay, exactly. So I can use these NFTs for making my artwork unique. To what else can I do with these NFTs to make some in-game items to trade between
Right.
people?
If you're a project and you have like a game, you can make game items. But realistically, most normal people, we don't run a game company, right? So we can't really do that. But there are things we can do. Like if we're a musician, we can put our music and like our album cover as an NFT, and you can do it so that whenever someone buys that NFT, they get a collectible album. So it's really nice artwork, but they also get to download your song, your MP3,
Okay.
right? And so only the person who buys that can download it. And so you can prevent kind of piracy in the sense of just being able to just download it without having to buy anything. If you want to do something like artwork, we touched on that. You can just upload like a high resolution copy, and then people will be able to buy your artwork and then say that they own it, and they can verify that it's in their wallet. Outside of that, there's a lot of other possibilities that most people don't think about. So one example is you could have a badge for everyone that watches this show, right? So you can say the first 100 people who claim this badge, I'm going to give you a free token of my famous painting. Or you can say you can use that badge to access my website and go to a members only section of my website and see like behind the scenes video, right? If you're like a conference, you can do tickets with these tokens, right? So you can say, hey, buy this. This is your ticket to get into the door. If you have any kind of event, you can do it as a trophy or an award where you say, hey, you were there, you get this, or you won first place, here's your reward. And there's a lot of other potential use cases. For example, if you wanted to build, like we built a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization around NFTs, right? There's projects that use NFTs for insurance. So the NFT in and of itself is an insurance claim and a policy in a sense, right? It's not the claim, it's a policy, and then you can get your money that you're deserved if you want to file a claim using that NFT. So there's a ton of use cases. We even have houses that are represented as NFTs, like the deed to the house. So yeah, there's a ton of things you can do with NFTs.
Okay. Actually, I know this decentralized domain names built on top of NFTs like the .crypto, .zilliqa domain names, etc. Those might be the basic foundations of the next internet which we might be having. The other cool use case which you mentioned is about the BARTS thing. I really would like to take a look at how I could make that thing possible in my show. And suppose, say, my users will be able to read some of those tokens, etc. Cool, cool. Yeah, and Zach, what are you doing at Mintable? What exactly is Mintable?
So Mintable is a NFT platform. So you said you want to do badges for the viewers of your show, right?
Yeah.
So you can do that with Mintable. You don't have to worry about knowing how to code. You don't have to worry about being technical. You can just go in. You can type the information you want. Say like, this is my badge for this this one particular video or this 1 month, right? And then you can make thousands of them in a single transaction. So it's the cheapest place for you to make NFTs. It's the easiest place for you to make NFTs with the most flexibility. But then we're also a marketplace so that you can then sell those, right? So if you don't want to give them away, maybe it's artwork and it's valuable, right? Then you can sell them on our marketplace. And you can also list your other NFTs. So you mentioned like domain names, right? There are, like ENS domain names or unstoppable domain names. And those you can also list on Mintable, right? So you can list any NFT on Mintable, and then you can create any NFT as well. So it's kind of it's an NFT platform.
That means that I don't have to know any kind of coding to make my artwork on the blockchain. Are you going to take care of everything? So it's
Right. Yeah, we take care of everything. It's super easy.
it's like a custodial way of handling my data. So how is it working?
Kind of. It's not. So we don't take custody of anything. In fact, like we don't touch your wallet. We don't touch your crypto or anything like that. We're just a tool for you to use. It's like kind of like Shopify. When you go on Shopify, they don't touch your business, but they're a tool for you to build your business, right? And so that's kind of how we operate. Is you'll go in, you'll create whatever your content is as an item on the blockchain, and then you'll be able to sell it, promote it, earn money from it, trade it, and do all sorts of things. And we just kind of facilitate that process. We don't actually own ownership of anything. So you have complete control of your blockchain items. You have complete control of your wallet, of course. And then if you want, you can even control all the data as well. So you can host all the data on your own server if you have one, or you can host it with us, or you can host it decentralized on IPFS or Arweave or Filecoin or any solution that you want.
Yeah, cool, cool. That means that I could also deploy it on my own chains. I want. Suppose you give me a source code, I can deploy it on Ethereum Classic, something like that.
So you won't be able to. I mean, maybe on Ethereum Classic, you can get the source code right. So when you make your smart contract, it's all public and open source.
Yeah.
So you can then take that and then deploy it on another chain. But it would only work if the chain is EVM compatible and Solidity compatible. Otherwise, you'd have to change everything up.
Okay, then okay, can you give me how could a person like me who makes artworks benefit from your platform by eliminating the bad users by copying my artworks, etc.?
Yeah. So, and I see you've got it right there in the background. That's our Zilliqa version. So that's for the Zilliqa blockchain, right? And that is the old version that is that's version 1.0 on the Ethereum blockchain. And we have our version 2.0, which is coming out here in like 11 days. And that's the marketplace, and that's everything like really good, and especially been working on for a year. But so if you're an artist and you want to put your content on the blockchain, like you were mentioning, then it's actually really simple. If you have do you have a Zilliqa wallet in your browser?
I have, I think, yeah.
You have ZillPay?
With Zilliqa, yeah.
Yeah, so go to the Zilliqa one, Zilliqa.Mintable.app, and then go ahead and click on sell if you're logged in. I can't see because my thing is up in the corner. Yeah, you're logged in. Cool. So go to sell an item in my store. unless you have an unstoppable domain. If you have a domain, you can sell that as well. So yeah, the one on the right, it says sell an item in my store.
Sell an item on my store. Yeah.
On the right side. Cool. And so now if you have a store, which I hope you do, I hope you have a store already and you've used us before. If you do, then you'll be able to make an item here. And it actually doesn't look like you do have a store. So in the top right, click on create a store. And
Actually,
you
sorry,
do.
Zach, my Zilliqa wallet is not set up at the moment.
Ah,
Here you can see
well,
my
that's
store.
okay.
I have a store, but
Cool. And so that's really it. You saw the forms to fill out. You just type in your information of the title, the subtitle. You get to put in, anything you want. You can upload any file. So if you're an artist, you would put like, this is my Mona Lisa. Yeah, you can see we've got some cool stuff there. And all that information, the image, the title, the description, all that you put, and then you list it for sale, and you'll put a price, of course, and someone will buy it.
awesome. You were talking about this one over here.
Yeah, so that's the create and list an item for sale. So that's where you'll actually create your item and then it gets listed for sale so other people can buy it.
Cool. So what exactly are we looking from Mintable 2.0, which you are having in 11 days or 10 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
What exactly are we looking at from? Okay, that's what I mean. What exactly are we looking for?
Yeah. So sorry, I didn't hear you. We've got a ton of new features that we're adding. So right now, for example, if you want to make, say, 50 copies of your Mona Lisa, right, that would cost you about $200. So what we've done is we've actually redesigned all of our smart contracts, where right now the limit for what you can make in one transaction for about like $200 is 50 tokens, right? At the very limit is 50. We've made 2,000 in a single transaction, and the cost is like $100, right? If you want to do 50, it's like $5. So it's really cheap. That's one of the features we have. Of course, we have private files, which are up to 3 gigabytes. So if you want to do a 3 gigabyte, like high resolution, artwork or zip file, you can do all that. We have review system, messaging system, advertising system. We have 3D image support, so you can play with the 3D image.
Okay.
MP3, MP4 support. We got a ton of new features that are coming up.
So if, as you can see, the current price of Ethereum gas fee is not very much high, but there were times which were very, very skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Is it really a problem where this kind of high pricings from Ethereum will be binding people from a mass adoption?
Well, I don't know if it's going to kind of stop mass adoption, because people are used to having to pay to do certain things, right? Like you pay a fee every time you use PayPal, or you transfer money to your bank, or you withdraw from your bank, right? You pay a fee, and so most people are used to that. But when you're trying to buy something like an artwork, you don't want to have to pay a $50 fee. That's a lot, right? Because the item might not even be 50. It might be a $20 item, and you're paying $50 in fees. So that is a serious problem. But the thing with the gas prices is they fluctuate. So it may be $50 to buy that item right now, but tomorrow it might be $5, right? So, and that's why you saw right now it's quite low right now. It could be really high tomorrow or in a few hours. And so that's kind of the nature of Ethereum. We've optimized everything for the lowest possible gas prices that we can do to make things as cheap as possible when you use Mintable. But it is something that we have to kind of deal with, as a blockchain application. We are looking at scalable solutions like layer 2s, like Matic, for example, to take things off into a sidechain. And that's something that we're exploring and we'll be trying to add, here in a few months.
Okay. And Zach, you just earlier added that you were looking into a DAO with NFT technology.
Yeah.
Can you explain about that? Why is there a need of an NFT for your DAO?
Yeah. So us at Mintable, our team, we don't like the idea of doing a ERC20 token for Mintable at all. We've turned down a lot of money to do an ICO. We're never going to do one. but we want it to be, governed by the users. We want it to be decentralized. So we wanted to do a DAO, but we couldn't do an ERC-20. So we had to come up with some sort of, new kind of DAO. And obviously we're an NFT platform, so why not use NFTs? So it took us a while, like a little bit over a month, to make the smart contracts, and we made the world's first NFT DAO. So it runs completely on NFTs. There's no ERC-20. It can't be pumped and dumped. The price is never going to collapse like overnight. You can sell them just like any other NFT, and you can use them to vote and get, be a part of the governance of our platform. One of the cool things is like the way that you'll earn them. So you'll earn them every time you use Mintable. If you buy an NFT, you're going to get some votes. If you sell an NFT, you're going to get some votes, right? So the people that use Mintable the most are going to be the ones that are able to govern and kind of dictate the future of our platform. If you buy an NFT and you don't care about the votes, you're still going to get them, and then you can just sell them. So it's basically free money, right? You can sell those NFTs to other people who want to vote or collect more votes.
How many of those NFTs will be available from your platform? How many will be issued? What's the maximum supply?
So there's 10,000 votes, or 10 million votes, and the NFT, you're going to get one NFT when you do something for your first time, and then every other time that one NFT is just going to kind of level up, right? It's going to grow the number of votes that it has. So in theory, in a perfect world, you're only going to get one NFT, right? But if you want to sell that, you'll get another NFT after you come back, or you will be able to split it. So if you want to sell half of your votes, you can split it into 2 NFTs. So there's no limit on how many NFTs are out there, but there's a limit on the number of votes. So I guess the limit actually is 10 million NFTs, because you can only have 1 vote per 1 NFT at the lowest. So at the most, there's 10 million NFTs.
Okay, then is there any limit of how many number of votes you need to get into the DAO, or can anyone just?
Yeah, so you're going to need 10,000 votes in order to propose something in the DAO. So if you want to say change our fees on our smart contract or add a new feature, then you're going to need 10,000 votes, and then you can propose it, and then everyone can vote, right? And they place their vote, and if it passes, then it passes and it gets enacted. So 10,000 is actually quite low if you think about the number of there's a total of 10 million, right?
Yeah.
And we think probably like in the first month, people will be able to have 10,000 votes. You can also buy them directly. So if you don't want to wait to earn votes, you can just directly buy them from the smart contract, and then you can buy as many as you like.
Okay, that means that you will be issuing to these NFTs to your Mintable platform on Ethereum and on Zilliqa. And any of those people who have traded or issued some NFTs in this meantime will be also receiving tokens.
Yeah, but it won't be on Zilliqa. So it's only going to be on the Ethereum blockchain for now. We just didn't have time to do all the smart contracts and all the work on the Zilliqa side of things. But yeah, every time you use it after it goes live here in 10 days, then you're going to get a vote just automatically. So you'll get those just in your wallet every time you make a transaction.
Awesome, awesome. So guys, this is Zach from Mintable. Thank you, Zach, for having us. It's my pleasure to have you on my show. Guys, Zach will be going through a quick demo of Mintable.app version 2.0 in the next video. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll be coming back soon.
Thank you.
Yep, awesome.